Like, a part of me is realizing that I'm going to have to figure out how to help people going through what I'm going through. And I was just explaining how knowing that there's someone out there who is going through similar trauma, and like the most intense part of the trauma that I've gone through the last 2 years, who is either struggling or going through it by themselves or whatever. It's hard to figure out how to like be okay knowing that there's someone out there who's going through that. Even though I'm still currently like going through these lawsuits, I just don't know. I don't know. They say ignorance is bliss, and I never understood that saying. I think this is what that saying means. It's because once you become privy to experiencing so much trauma, you then are not open to other people experiencing that kind of trauma, and how do you process, or how can you be okay knowing that there's people who go through as much trauma or more, and I've gone through some trauma that I've gone through and may not have anyone, not one single person, who will help. That's hard to process. And my thing is like, okay, what, start a foundation? All right, cool. What is the foundation going to entail? How does the foundation help people who are going through the stuff I'm going through? How how can you make sure people are okay and safe going through lawsuits? How do you protect people against police brutality? Assault victims, just all of it. How do you do that? So it's like, what, the foundation helps people, it houses people, we provide legal service. Like, definitely some mental health shit. Motherfuckers need somebody to talk to. Like, I be talking to y'all, I be having my little fluffy, but there's someone out there who don't have any of that, and you don't want them to go crazy, and you don't want them to kill somebody, because you're going through a lot of emotions. And then I guess providing rehab services that could actually help the people, and it's not like monetary based. Food. Right, classes to help them focus on something positive. I don't know, kind of like I don't know. I really don't know. But somehow I'm gonna have to include all of that. And then how do you pick the cases? How do you pick the team? It's just like once you just start asking the questions, it's just like the questions, there's just so many questions to get answered. And I ain't even made it through the lawsuit yet. We still at the request for demand part. But it's just like, this is what started it. Going through lawsuits and realizing how much I don't know about the system, and I've had to learn, and bring awareness to so much that I just have to find a way to like do something to help other people, because not everyone has a social media platform where they can share their story. So, and I guess speech classes to get people comfortable enough with talking or sharing their story. Definitely stuff for stroke survivors, because that's a whole, or like, helping people, like self-confidence classes, helping people love themselves who are disabled. Uh, there's so much. And then like, what what could you do to provide to like help people feel like they have independence, especially disabled people when they feel like they don't have any? What can you do to help? Like, what class, course, what can you do to help with that? I don't know. It's just so many questions I don't have answered. I've been crying. I was just crying about being disabled and being traumatized and wondering how long I'm going to be traumatized. Then went from that to how can I help people who are traumatized?